The united armies of Leon and Castile are marching together to face down against the Almohad Caliphate here at the Battle of Ucles, a battle fought in 1108 between the Christian armies of the Kingdom of Leon and Castile against the invading Muslim armies who are coming all the way from Africa. So made up of Moors and sort of like Bedouin troops, and they have gone on to the Almoravid dynasty is kind of what they are become known as. And yeah, we do have the Almohad Caliphate kind of representing here today. They kind of like bounce out of the Almoravids, but yeah, so they're pretty, you know, similar sort of faction that we're using here today to represent the Muslim forces. But yes, in this battle, in history, this was a disaster, the Battle of Ucles for the Christian forces. The Christian cavalry like charges on into the Muslim lines and gets overwhelmed and swamped, while the infantry that they sort of leave behind as the nobility and the knights charge forward. The infantry is swamped by the Muslim forces and just massacred. About 7 of the counts die in the fray, and many were beheaded after the battle. And also their heir apparent, Sancho Alfonses, I think is how you say his name. He died as well in this battle as well. So yeah, he was the commander. I think we do have a king's bodyguard here, someone who's kind of like representing Sancho. I don't know where he is. We've got generals over there. We've got generals there. I think maybe this one. Yeah, this is the king's bodyguard here with Castile. So yes, we have a king's bodyguard here. I think they are all like they have all the same sort of perks. To the kings and the general's bodyguard. They have actually no different bonuses or stats. But yeah, it's just for role play reasons. But yes, in this battle here, it does seem as though the Muslims ever so slightly outnumber the Christians. But in history, both sides were fairly evenly matched. There's actually a lot less troops than we have at this one here. We have around about 7,300 on the Christian side and about 8,000 men on the Muslim side. There's actually around about 2,300 on both sides, and the Muslims may have ever so slightly less. So we actually got like 3 or 4 times the size of the battle here. But yeah, bigger the better, I always say that. But yes, so this battle, yeah, part of the sort of like the Spanish Reconquista. And yeah, it's a Muslim victory in history, as I was saying, and it does actually cost the Christians several towns and castles from the battle. So yeah, they because the garrisons and stuff are pulled from those castles and those towns, and they make it pretty much defenseless after that after this fight here. So yeah, let me know who in the comments you're rooting for. Anyway, are you rooting for the Christian forces of Spain, or are you rooting for the Muslim forces in this one? Do let me know. And if you ever want to get involved in any 1212 AD battles, this one was done on a stream quite recently, and yeah, it's certainly was a fun one. And yeah, if you want to get involved in any battles yourself, then feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. And yeah, if you want to send in your own replays as well, that is the same place to send them in. If you've got any 1212 or any Total War replays, feel free to send them my way. I'll give them a look when I can. But yes, if you do want to see more 1212 on the channel as well, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and all that shenanigans. But anyway, let us get into the battle. I mean, it is starting to hot up ever so slightly. Both sides are sort of, you know, edging forward ever so slightly. And there are a lot of Almohad forces waiting in this forest. A lot of Hashud waiting in here, sort of ready to ambush the Christians that come forward. We've got crossbows here. We've got the Farfans, which is actually a sort of like a Christian sort of like a knight unit that the Almohads have. So this is kind of like a little bit ahistorical, but you never know. Like, these guys could have served. It doesn't really say in records what the cavalry is that they're using. But yeah, you could imagine, you know, if there's conquered regions of Spain that the Muslims hold, they would probably just recruit the local sort of Spaniards there, whether they're Christian or not. It was, you know, they had most Muslim states had many different faiths fighting under their banner. But yeah, we had the Farfans there, which is like a knight. I think that's like Spanish, so like the Muslim Spanish knight or something like that. We also have pretty good crossbows here for the Almohads. They have heavy crossbow infantry. I think they're one of the few factions actually in 1212 Tier 1 to have heavy crossbows. But yeah, and by saying this, we are obviously, since this battle is fought in 1108, we are very much in Tier 1. It's very much way before the start point of this mod, which is 1212 AD. So yeah, it only seemed fair to use tier 1, and we have camels over here. We have some very looking like Bedouin sort of units here. So yeah, these are some Tuareg camel riders, and they're very, very cool. I don't know if they do have any abilities like being like, I know that camels quite often in Total War have a sort of a bonus against cav. I don't know if they have one in this one, but they might do. And we have some more sort of like medium looking cav. Oh, these are light shot cav, some urban cav there. But yeah, it does seem as though both sides are waiting. The Christians in history were the aggressors, and that's why they obviously kind of their cav got swamped and overwhelmed. And it looks like the Muslims are playing defensive. Look like they are going to try and make a bit of a defensive line here. And it doesn't look like they want to go up this hill, which I don't blame them. I think they're going to wait for the Christians to come down. They are going to initiate a skirmish here by the looks at these heavy crossbows here. I mean, it's 4 against 1 with this sergeant crossbow unit here. It looks like we're about to see some more sergeant crossbows getting activated in the second here by Castile to support. Yeah, we have 2 Castile armies and 2 Leon armies, because it doesn't really distinguish who brought more forces. And also the 2 kingdoms are, I think, at this point united under one banner, so it just made sense, you know, go 50-50 with a split. But yeah, we don't see Leon very often. Not that they have really a different roster, just, you know, basically different aesthetics, and that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, we have Farfans as well fighting here for Leon as well. So yeah, both sides using some similar units, actually, which is kind of funny to see. Yeah, it just seems as though a lot of spears being brought, and they do have better attack bonuses now, I think, to the spears in 12-12. They're actually a bit better and nearly as good as swords, and they're much cheaper to bring. But yeah, I think Leon and Castile both really only have access to light spear infantry, like the Pioneers, spearmen there, and they have decent swords, so dismounted caballeros, you know, heavy melee infantry like most Western factions have, and they do also have a cool sword unit, if I can find it, the Monteros. Where can I find it? Oh, it's here. The Monteros de Espinosa, and that unit can form a square, which is kind of fun. I do like that cannon. It also looks pretty cool as well. And I think it's a Castile unique unit, I think, maybe. That's why maybe the Leon people can't bring it, I don't know. But anyway, a bit of a skirmish has been happening. Both sides sort of using their crossbows, trying to shoot at each other's cav. No one wants to commit the cav first. These Hildagos here for Castile, just, you know, sort of, you know, going forwards, baiting in other cavalry, and then retreating or just scaring off crossbows. Yeah, just kind of go backs and forwards, just baiting each other forward here. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see who does make the first move. You can see sort of there's pikes and spears here that Spain is going to try and clear out the spears, even if their spears, you know, are also lights. The pike should give them the advantage in that sort of a duel there. And it does seem as though we're seeing lots of infantry now that dismounted caballeros going through this little wooded area and sort of getting ready to fight it out. This battle was fought in the shadow of the town of Ucles, but obviously we can't really have a map, unfortunately, with like a town in the background. It would look very cool if you could. But yeah, you can imagine like over in the distance over there is like Ucles that the Spanish are defending. The left for the Spanish is really pushing forward quite a lot. We'll come back to that and see if anything happens there. But it looks like we're going to see a cav fight in a second here, any second now. Unless they're going in, no, it doesn't seem like the Spanish going in on the left just yet, but this looks like they might see a fight here. So Farfans here getting shot up by crossbows, and the first losses are for the Muslim forces there, losing 10 riders from a good crossbow volley. Really nice shots there onto the crossbows. They're going to have to use their armor-piercing ability to great effect here to try and do as much damage as possible to cav, and it looks like there's a big build-up here going on from cavalry and infantry. Yeah, a lot of these Batana are moving forward as well. And it looks like we're going to see cav going in, kind of right into the back of their infantry there. And there you go, the fighting gets underway, and both sides now dueling it out. And there you go, infantry and cavalry getting stuck in. Hard to see what's going on, but yeah, the swords are losing. I think it's because of the cav charge, even though they got rear charge by their own cav trying to save them. It wasn't quick enough, or it just didn't in the end up doing any work. We've got some spears and pikes here that might want to start thinking about getting into action. But yeah, the swords here fighting against cav. We're going to see how they do. And it looks like cav as well going in the center over here. Well, not center, but on this sort of right-hand flank. Got heavy spears coming forward here, which is something that, yeah, the Muslim forces have access to, which is, yeah, more heavier spears. So we'll see what goes on there. Down on the left flank over here, Leon has also got stuck in. There's light spears getting stuck in against, looks like some medium swords. Or medium swords and spears here. And yeah, it looks like he's going around the flank with his cav. He's got javelin, some Vask javelin going in as well. We're going to see a cav charge, I think, from some Hildagos here. going for a rear charge into these light spearmen, because he does need to help him out. It does seem like his own spears are wavering. Decent charge there from the Spaniards into the back. These are like some Nubian sort of like spearmen or something like that they do. Yeah, good charge there. They're now going to get hit by, looks like some, yeah, the light shock cav here. Don't know if they have the ability really to stop that heavy shock cav. The general's already stuck in against the general here of Leon, and their generals are only medium command. That's something that actually I didn't realize until getting in to this battle. Yeah, their generals are medium command, and they have missile ability as well, which I guess is what they pay off for. Spears here breaking already, and there's cav getting stuck in, some Tura camel riders getting stuck in against the Hildargos. They're getting, yeah, certainly beaten back by the vastly more heavily armored Spanish cav there, with their great helms. And it seems like, yeah, the sword line over here as well, these Guzat are just getting absolutely crunched by heavier infantry. I don't know how these spears have got behind, but they have. They're surrounding the Guzat down here. That looks like that is going to be, yeah, look, you see this, the center line is breaking for them already. The more heavier infantry, they have these Mushat Jundi al-Nazra, so they do have some heavy sword infantry here to the Almohads. They're holding on. Oh, they just look like actual knights. These guys are literally just like actual just European knights. Yeah, these guys are getting stuck in. Yeah, they're fighting in there. They're actually winning some of these fights as well. It looks like we're seeing pikes now come forward as well. The Pioneers de Elite, they're trying to get them stuck in. And as you can see over here, the cav fight in the center starting to get underway. We've got another general, 2 generals for the Muslim forces getting stuck in here. It's a big risk. Kind of hard to tell who's who actually, with the more sort of like the more Crusader looking cav, or the more Christian looking cav on both sides in this fight here. Over on this side, though, not looking so good, I wouldn't have said. I mean, we are going to see a big push here, though, by the King of Spain. Well, sorry, the heir, I should say. But he is the King of Spain in this one. But he's heir presumptive. It is, I forgot what his name is, Sancho Alphonse is getting stuck in there. And yes, his men are in red livery, but they're also getting covered in red blood of Muslim forces. And then you can see there, you're getting into these crossbows, doing a lot of damage to these light swords to the Guzat here, trying to get wrap around the back lines there. My line is kind of starting to waver a little bit here, and I'm having to use my general myself to get stuck in against spears here. They are light spears. It's a big risk. I wouldn't recommend doing this, but yeah, we're having to use a general cycle charge to waver these spears. A general has died, so yeah, that is actually Leon actually managed to kill off this medium general there, and they've actually managed to win on this flank, and they're now starting to flank on in. They have just devastated this right flank here for the Muslim forces. You see like a load of these archers are getting caught in melee with loads of ammo left. And yeah, they're starting to go into melee. You should just try and pull them back if you can. Just, you know, save them for a rainy day. If you can get them out, it might rally, might stabilize. I mean, if I was this player, I'd also be thinking about pulling back my crossbows and other stuff and just trying to form a line. I mean, most of his infantry is stuck in. Maybe you could get one of these swords out, one of these Mushat. But yeah, he needs to think about trying to defend this flank. Also, these Hufaz here, this medium shock cav needs to get out of melee and get sword start defending the flank. Another general here looks like he could waver and break in a moment. He's down to 16 riders. That is not good. This fight definitely over here, still very much in the balance at the moment. But it does look like, oh, we're about to see the king. We might see Sancho waver and break here. That could be costly for this side. Kind of easy to tell who's who with the blue and versus the red here. Blue being the Muslims, the red being Castile. And looks like, I think the general has broken. Yeah, Sancho is broken. He's not died, but he has broken. That's pretty sort of historical, you know, nearly the same. The cavalry on this flank here has managed to push back the spears, but at a great cost. Like, I mean, my general is like 22 riders left. It's a real big risk to do, but I mean, light spears is always it's worth a go with a cav if you can get a decent charge. But Abid skirmishes here that now being a real pain and actually being the danger to my Hildargos. I need to get these pikes need to get in and support my my units. As you can see here now with that Leon, the 2 Leon sort of forces doing a decent job here. Like the one that was already engaging this Almohad army is just keeping him pinned, while its allies now coming into the back lines. He's rear charging. You see the banners here of Castile and Leon arriving. hacking them down, boys. Hacking them down. Shut Jundi Al-Nasr there. Yeah, they're starting to waver. They are probably going to break soon. Surrounded by cavalry and swordsmen. Yeah, you can see the cav here just running down units, as it should. This is what, happens in a medieval battle. Most of the losses aren't from the actual battle, it's from the retreat. And yeah, the Hildargos here just making sure that these guys stay gone. So that general there might just get killed in a moment. This fight over here, though, looking pretty good for the Muslims right now. They are routing the Castilian forces. With Sancho routing, he has actually not died. I think he has re-rallied here. 8 riders left. My general's also looking pretty rough here. 22 men left. But yeah, we need to start getting rid of some of these generals, trying to get rid of them. My crossbows, I was really trying to employ to try and shoot generals because they are medium, like shock cav generals. So you're trying to get them. And it's not like I'm general sniping at this point. They're fully getting engaged in the fight. They're in the back line, so they're worth shooting at. Like, if I don't shoot them, like, these guys are just going to get charged. My javelins, my skirmishes here, actually can form shield wall, which I thought was going to be kind of useful. Yeah, I'm trying to just protect my crossbows by using the skirmishes here as a front line. They're looking like they're going to have to tie down some much more heavily armored swords. Some of these Mushat Al-Nasr Jundi. I just mix that name up, put it wherever I fancy. But yes, the Mushat Nasra here getting tied down by very light skirmishers. It's not going to be an easy fight for those Spaniards, but they'll give it a good go. But yeah, at this point I'm using my crossbows. You can see I'm focusing down this general. He's got some chevrons as well, man. He's got. I think he might be given those, not earned them, because they were like, well, he's a medium command. We're going to need to up his stats by giving him some chevrons. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my general alive. I think my other cav unit might have routed. No, it is still in the fight, actually. The Hildargos down here, running down a little spear unit, getting rid of the Hushud.
The enemy are losing their advantage.
And here we go. In goes the general going in for my crossbows. This is inevitable in what was going to happen. And now they're going to try and hack down these sergeant crossbowmen. But if they pin down, if they go for one, the other two can just shoot him. And there you go. Already looks like that general maybe would have died. Yeah, I think general recently died here. So this Mushat might start to waver. I mean, unlikely it's going to waver just yet. But the crossbows need to keep doing their work. Keep shooting these Batana cav units here. Just weaken them even more. There's still 3 units of them. One's 30-man unit. That's definitely enough to probably kill my last 2 cav units off here. Yeah, the crossbows just need to absolutely gun them down. There goes one. I think I might just waver from the sheer sight of the Spaniards. But I'm barely holding on. But I'm doing what I can. Rear charge there from the cav into my dismounted caballeros. Have been fighting since minute 1 of this fight. And since the initial engagement in this forested place. Yeah, there you go. The Batana al-Rum has gone. I think we're now going to see a rear charge from the Hildargos into the heavy infantry down here of the Almohads. It's a decent charge. I don't know if the Hildargos will survive this. I mean, all they have to do is just try and even this fight up. There you go. And the crossbows again getting charged here by Cav.
Where are running, cowards?
That was inevitable, I think. And yeah, there we go. Another general going in. My general going in. He's actually losing the fight. Be careful. There you go. He should be okay. But now there are no generals left, and it is now just a sort of a mop-up now. Leon has finally arrived. I actually pretty much dealt with the 2 Castilian the 2 Almohad forces here. Not by myself. My Castilian ally very much helped out, but I was pretty much on my own. My Castilian ally was pretty much dead. And I was like, I'm going to lose, but I'll take as many as I can with me. But I think through a few shots with my crossbows, and a few decent cav charges here, we're starting to mash out them. And also I think army losses might be coming into effect. But this might be Leon here actually doing, he's coming in to, claim the last bit of glory here with his Hildargos, running down crossbows. There you go, they're coming in for the last glory, the last bit of glory, there you go. And yeah, the crossbows here. I feel like these crossbows, late game could actually be pretty useful in a melee fight. I think they, be heavy crossbows. If they're out of ammo, these guys, probably can hold their own in a melee fight if it's late game. And you still have your general alive. They are mass routing now, but that's because they have no general and they have no men left. But there you go. The Battle of Ucles is going to be a Christian victory there. So yeah, well done to the Spaniards. There's a good victory there. Bit of a change in history, but that's what we're here for. If it's always, we're just repeating history, then you know what the result's going to be before it even happens. Yeah, just wait for this goose out here to get gunned down by crossbows. Are they actually going to get to these crossbows? Surely not. Maybe. Oh, no, they didn't. At the last minute routing. And there you go. A Pyrrhic victory for the Castilian and Leon forces. And yeah, it certainly was a tough one. I certainly thought we'd lost it on our side, but certainly our Leon allies on the other side wrecked their opponents, I think, and that kind of like evened out the fight. But yeah, I was playing as one of the Castilian armies. Like I said, it was part of a stream that we did a little while ago. So yeah, I did okay. Still had nearly 600 men remaining from my force, which I was kind of surprised by. Don't think they were all in the field. A lot of my troops had routed. But yeah, 181 kills with my general is not too shabby. What my Monteros de Espinosa getting 106, 206 kills with one of the dismounted Caballeros, and then my crossbows. I felt like they were doing well, but they actually only got 50 kills. But I think they might be just shooting Cav most of the game. Skirmish is getting 161 kills, and then one of my Cav got 216. The other's not doing so great. I think they were fighting other Cav units there. And then we have Cheeky Fool playing as one of the Leon armies. 305 kills with a light spear here. That's pretty impressive. Another one of his light spears getting 257 kills. Is Dismounted Caballeros 126 kills, 217, 166 with the Far Fans, and 90 with the other. Then we have Dostil Base Teammaker playing as Leon. 351 kills with his general, and he's still very healthy. 133 kills with the Piano Spears there, 112 with another. Then his Cav did exceptional, 283. 398, 385 kills, some super good kills there. And then we have Ike playing as the final Kingdom of Castile. 213 kills with Sancho before he fled the battlefield, which is kind of, like I said, pretty historical. I mean, though he died in history, he's still pretty much gone. 131 kills with the dismounted Caballeros, and then 122, 143. Like his infantry did really well. His Cav not so great. Again, fighting other Cav, I think. Then we Chicken Wolf playing as one of the Almohad armies, 157 kills with his general there. And then his crossbows, doing pretty well. 140 kills, 115, and the Cav 82 kills. And with Cyrus playing, I think he was on the right flank. They have the same unit card. I feel like they should change that to 12-12. But 129 kills with their Mushat Jundi. And then his like Cav really struggled, 57. I think he brought a lot of like lighter Cav, which I think is a little bit more historical. Like they did have lighter Cav, but in 12-12 you just need to have the heavies to match your opponent's heavies usually. Then we have Linvala playing as another one of the Almohad armies. Again, really struggled. 86 kills with one of his swords here. 87 kills with the Hufaz. But yeah, really struggling. Then with Gio playing as the other Almohad Caliphate army. 270 kills with his general here. 148 kills with a spear unit here. And then his heavy infantry getting 77 kills. His Javis 125, 113. Then his Cav 112, 107, 233 kills. Some solid kills there with the Patana Arum. But there you go, guys. That is the Battle of Ucles here today. I hope you did enjoy this 1212 AD historical battle. If you did, do remember leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show support. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye for now.